I'm old enough to remember black and white movies. And back in the day, we used to watch those horror movies that had the um, vampire in them. And the vampire was always very good looking, very charismatic, very smooth talking, and it was always like romantic, when the vampire came up, very charismatic way. And then, they would bring home a victim to to their lair and then get real hungry and then bite them and suck the blood and keep it pushing. So that's how I equate relationships with people who are insecure. People who are insecure can be emotional vampires. They are looking for some type of validation. They're looking for some type of opportunity for them to feel better about themselves. So they will drain you as a more confident person, or at least for them, perceived to be a more confident person. They will drain your energy. They will drain your resources. They will drain your time. They will take everything that they can from you to make themselves feel better because they can't do it for themselves. And so these emotionally draining relationships from these emotional vampires causes us to feel some type of resentment over time, especially if we don't stand by our boundaries. So it's very important when you're dealing with people who are seemingly insecure. Now, they're not going to look that way. They're going to look very confident and very self-assured, but deep down inside, they struggle with themselves. So when you have these kind of relationships with people who need to come to you for a lot of advice, or they need you to kind of hype them up and be their cheerleader, or they constantly like seek you out for resources or help all the time, but they're not pouring back into you, mind you. They're not giving you anything, but you have to give out a whole lot. Be mindful when you start to feel resentful and bitter towards them, because that's a very clear indication that this is a very one-sided relationship, very imbalanced, and you are being sucked dry by an emotional vampire. So be aware of that. Like, put the boundary up. Say no. Don't answer the text. Don't answer the phone. Limit your access to people who drain you. Recharge your emotional battery of people who truly love and care about you. And be mindful that if you exude some type of image or confidence or self assuredness, it's going to attract people who don't. So make sure you're aware of that. Be okay with saying no, and stay away from those emotional vampires because they're out there and they're out here strong. All right, take care. Bye.